have you felt healthier from intercourse?
It's a workout.
How does it affect your mood?
I'm calm after.
You calm after? I'm calm. It depends. Because sometimes I'm hype after. Because I'm like, yeah. I got to go get, yeah. If I close the door and do my thing, I'm in there.
I'm coming in the next time.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Because I got to.
Do you really? Show me what you be doing.
True. True.
Do you really?
Can I tell her? True. Can I tell her? True. Juju, can I tell her? Truth.
All right, we are back with another episode of Can I Tell the Truth? I am Jewy Truth. This is
Bree Nicole.
Yes, she is. And sorry to everybody about the visuals for the last episode. You know,
I'm kind of glad that one is over.
Why you say that?
Because a lot of people talk crazy about me, and I didn't like that.
Low key going.
They was on my head.
Viral movie.
On my head.
But nah, the audio is still up for that if y'all want to go get it. And we have, explored putting podcasts on, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, places like that. So be on the lookout. Those will be up soon. But today, I want to talk about something that kind of just crossed my path today. Do you know what nepotism is? My bad. Anyway. So basically, nepotism is the idea that once you get in a position of power, you put your family on, you put your friends on, and it's like clear favoritism. It's no hiding it. So, for instance, Idris Elba, have you seen The Situation? So he has a movie coming out that his daughter auditioned for. She didn't get the part, and she was upset because she felt like her father could have pulled some strings. We see a lot of other races practicing nepotism like heavy. Why do you think us as a people don't practice it even when we are in positions of power as much? Or do you think so?
I'm kind of confused on your question. Like, I get it, but I don't get it.
So, you're a black woman, right?
Right.
You're an entrepreneur. You have a business. So, a lot of times, people in our position or people from our background, black people, niggas, they say, "Oh, I'm gonna get it out the mud. I'm gonna build this business up, and it's mine." Kind of gatekeep, if you will. Rather than a white family who goes, no, I'm going to hire little Billy. I'm going to hire Billy's friend. I'm going to hire, he marries somebody. She's going to be on at the company. It's nepotism. It's pretty much like professional favoritism. Why do you think we don't practice that as much?
Generational curses. Because, like you said, like, if you'll look into a white family, they'll let their kids stay there for however long, whenever, even if they're not doing nothing.
Right.
But with us, it's like when you turn 18, you gone.
It's out of there.
You out of there. And for me, my situation was different because if it was up to my parents, I would still be living with them right now. That's just the truth.
Right.
But to me, I don't think I would ever kick my son out. As long as he's doing something, I'm not going to make him go to college. As long as he's doing something, I'm not going to make him leave.
It is
until
really,
he's ready to leave.
It's really crazy that we come from literally having to lean on each other for generations and literally being each other's, leaning posts. And then going to like the family is not. The family structure is not like it once was. And it's just like from generation. I feel like it gets weaker every generation. And there's a lot we could talk about on why. But just getting back to the point of the nepotism thing, it's like, why don't we look out for each other as much as other races do? Asians come over here, and especially, this is not to be racist, but a lot of them own especially the seafood places that everybody loves and goes to. You go to these places and it's an Asian male or woman that own it, and then a family member probably manages, and then up under that you see people that look like us.
Mm-hmm.
So why is it that the people that they cater to can't do what it is that they're doing?
Right.
Not, it happens, but not on a scale as much as you see the Asians. Then you got the Middle Easterns. They come over here, they buy gas stations and things like that. Once again, not to be stereotypical, it's just what I see. But they have different businesses. So it's not just gas stations, but they have different businesses that they put people on, and you see people that look like them in positions of power in their business.
And you know, I never really thought of it like that, because even with Hispanics, they stick together.
They will come over here and live in the same house, and I literally, you're actually where your grandmother used to live.
Yes,
right.
That used to be like a 2-bedroom house.
Across the street, we saw this large family of I don't know if there's Mexicans, so I'm not gonna be like that, but they were of Latin descent. I'll say that, and they all moved in this house. They kept adding on to the home, and then eventually
levels.
it was like. It was like a mini mansion across the street.
They built the whole garage, a shed,
they was
everything.
digging underground.
Yeah.
Like, and we just have this attitude of, nah.
Once you cross me, that's it. You gone. You gotta go.
I'm not all the way mad at that idea of once you cross me, that's it. Because if you're building something, you don't have time to repair everything with everybody.
I understand that, but like when it comes to other different races, like they take the time out to talk, they go to therapy, they do all that. For us, it's like once you cross me, that's it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to fix it. I feel like in most cases that's the problem,
because I know there are still skeletons in a lot of different races, families, backgrounds, but it's like, why? I do agree that at some point it's worked out, or whoever messed the family up is kind of X'd out and they're exiled, rather than taking a cousin with you and mom. That whole part of the family is kind of erased. So yeah, I can't remember the last time it was like a huge family gathering. On
mine either.
Yeah, that used to be a thing, bro. Do you remember?
You couldn't go a Sunday without, like, people would get an attitude if you didn't pull up. Yeah,
and it wasn't every Sunday for me, but when I was younger. But like, just occasion, somebody's birthday, or a holiday, you see this cousin and that cousin. Like, bro, that used to be the shit. Yeah. And I'm kind of sad for my son, because I don't feel like he'll get to experience that, at least on the level that I did, seeing all your cousins at once. You plotting
all of them begging to stay at one person's
that's what
house.
I was about to say.
Like,
you
go
plotting,
ask your mama. Go ask your mom. She'll say yes. She'll say yes if you ask.
If you ask, she gonna say, yeah, I can't go ask, because she gonna be mad at me.
That
if I
was so fun back then, man.
But I just want to see a lot more of us taking care of us.
Yeah.
And I do feel like it's an upward trend, but it's an upward trend that's after a downward trend. So I want to see that a little bit more.
And I do feel, because of the upbringing of our race, African Americans, it's like, one, it's harder for us to ask for help.
Yeah, we are prideful people.
We're very prideful people, and then the resources that we do have, we feel like we not good enough for them, or I'ma just deal with it. Like, I don't need nobody I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't need like, that's how we was brought up. Like, we was brought up to, like, pretty much you just deal with it. We look down upon therapists.
We're very independent people.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna do it by myself. I don't need a handout.
Yeah.
And then that could be a part of it too. The
to
attitude
be able to
of
say that you did it by yourself.
Man, that's not even get into that. But so much so that you do it to a fault. You should have that independence to you. You should have that worker in you that makes you want to go get it. But
everybody needs somebody.
To the point of you, like, knocking resources down.
Yeah.
Or vice versa, just you get to that point, you like, nah, I ain't sharing the sauce with nobody. I work for this, blah, blah, blah. Not saying that you got to go on Instagram Live and tell step by step how you got to where you got, but
you know what bothers me?
Choose a successor.
I understand this to a certain extent. of like, let's just say somebody is in a certain profession or whatever,
Right.
and you've done all this stuff, you've done the research, you've done the work to try to get to where you are.
Correct.
And there's somebody who may be like trying to get to that point, you know, and they don't know which way to go. And you tell them, well, I had to figure it out, so I ain't telling you nothing. Like, you need to go and figure it out yourself. That bothers me. I feel like you could do that. I get it. But to a certain extent, I feel that it don't have to be that way. Like, why don't you want to see everybody eat around you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I just feel like you don't have to be like that. That bothers me. It really does.
I'm super torn on this matter because on one hand, you do work hard to get what you get, right?
Mm-hmm.
And especially, I feel like most of those people are scorned because they were once the person asking for help. And it's like, no, I done figured it out now.
So why would you want to continue that curse of doing that to somebody else? Doing it, you know how it made you feel. So why would you want to make somebody else feel like that?
A lot of people's sense of accomplishment relies on shitting on others. They amount their level to, or what's the word I'm looking for? They amount their level of success to how many people they can shit on. You know what I'm saying? How many people they can say, I told you. How many people they can say, well, fuck you, I did it without you, right? So I think that there ends up being some innocent bystanders, i.e. people that go, hey, I'm in the same field as you. I just want to be pointed in the right direction. Blah, 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 blah. And niggas is like, I'm not giving everybody
I'm not saying, be careful.
Right.
Be careful, but I'm just saying, like, those genuine people who really do. Like, to be honest, in my case, I don't feel that there's, like, one person that I can go to that wouldn't.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I had a point.
I don't feel that there's somebody that I could go to where I feel like they wouldn't want something out of me, or they, would just give me free, advice. Like, I could probably count on one hand.
And this is the brain blast I just had. We've been competitive since we got over here, since slavery times. Not to get too deep, but it's almost like that's embedded in predating slavery, like kings and emperors and queens wanting to show that they are the best at whatever they are, look the best, this, that, and the third. And I think it just trickled down in different ways that we're such a competitive people now that person that you hit up on Instagram is like, nigga, I don't work for this. You're going to have to work for it too. But I think that the idea of choosing a successor, somebody to follow you, is important because one thing, and you know who Warren Sapp is, the football player? One thing that he said, I saw an interview, and I thought it was the dopest shit ever, especially from an older guy. He said, man, I can't die with all this knowledge.
Right, that's my problem. That's what I mean. Okay, I couldn't get it out. It was all in my head, but that's exactly what I mean. Like, once you die, who's gonna take it over? Who's gonna have all that knowledge to continue it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you gonna do with that?
There's a lot of things that the younger generation don't know that the older generation had to find out, and a lot of times the older generation will frown upon the youngers for not knowing it, but it was like, yo, it was y'all's duty
you didn't
to teach us.
You didn't do it.
So it's like it's like a teacher being like, you niggas dumb as hell. It's like, well, you're the one teaching us. Why didn't you teach us what you were supposed to teach us? So I think that's a big part of it, and it's just a disconnect. I also think that the younger generation, when they are approached by certain people, they don't take to it well. So I can see where there's disconnect because you can't talk to a lot of young dudes.
No.
Just to speak for the male species, young dudes feel like they know everything. Now, it was a certain way when I was younger, but as we grow older and people got Google, everybody feels like they know everything because they have so much access. So it's like, what can you tell me that I can't go find out? For some people. But then there are other people who are like, no, teach me the game. And then there are others who are like, nigga, you should have knew it by now.
Yeah.
So that's a deep topic.
And I'm not saying like just tell everybody all your secrets and all your stuff, but when somebody come and ask you for help, like
If you see
I feel
potential
you
in
could,
them,
I feel like it's not. It don't hurt you to give
because a
them
lot
free
of times
game.
they won't because they see it as a threat.
Exactly.
Mm.
Exactly.
Little nigga might be better than me.
Exactly. Exactly.
Just to take it and shift gears. I don't know if you heard about the 21 Savage situation. Have you heard about that?
No, I haven't.
So everybody felt like it was a ploy because the Gunna and Young Thug situation, they're locked up. So everybody like, yo, Atlanta is hot. Niggas better start making positive music and this, that, and the third. So in the midst of all this, 21 Savage tweets, yo, y'all need to be smarter, put the guns down, something to that effect. Put the guns down, da-da-da-da-da. And niggas was on his head like, wait, you make the soundtrack to violent outbreaks.
Right.
Like, you are probably what niggas are listening to doing violent shit. And so my question is...
Wait a minute. Ain't he on Who Won't Smoke?
Wait
a minute.
He is. But that's the... It's funny, but it's not funny, but because it's like we hold rappers to a certain standard because we don't go saying to who somebody that do violent John, what's his name, Van Damme or Jackie Chan or people like that. They do violent shit in their movies, but it's not like they're not held to the same standard as somebody as an artist.
They're like
Why is that?
superheroes though.
Why is that?
Jackie Chan's like a superhero.
But
that's not a good comparison.
But no, it's entertainment. It's entertainment.
Because these niggas really be doing what they be rapping about. That's two totally different things. That's why they in jail now.
It's some violent actors.
That's why they in jail now, though.
But look.
Acting versus them actually rapping about what they really done did. There's two totally different things.
Granted, I am one, and of course, me being the artist that I am one that knows that there's power in your words. I'm very, very aware of that. I think you should be careful what you put out there, but at the same time, we put a lot of weight on rappers, and I don't think the weight is theirs to bear all the time. Of course, you have to be mindful, be a role model, because some of these kids listening are taking your words as gold. This is the Bible to them. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, but at the same time, there has to be somebody outside of what's going in their ears to say, yo, little guy, that's entertainment, bro. That's not shit to live by. It sound good.
True.
I will never forget my pops had this gray and orange Saturn, and he was playing something. And I don't know if I sung the words or what, but I remember turning it down, and he said, yo, I know you like this shit, but just let me tell you, this is nothing to live by. This shit sounds good, and that's where it stops. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are not words to live by. This is not something you should jump into just because it sounds good. This is listen to it and move on.
I get that. Right. I get that completely. But at the same time, it's not these actors nor rappers' job to do what their parents is supposed to be doing.
That's what
because
I'm getting at.
People were going off on Cardi B for that music, but it's not her job to watch what your kids listen and watch. That's not her job.
Because there are porn stars out there, but nobody's saying...
She's making music for grown people.
Exactly.
She's not making music for 5-year-olds.
There's parental advisory stickers on this music. They have the little E for explicit.
Now, I will say, yes, it's very, very vulgar, but it's not their job. It's
not. And I feel like because rappers have become the rock stars of the world, that it's like people are kind of looking for the blame to place. Like, these kids are out of control. Gotta be the rappers. Gotta be the music they're listening to.
Granted, it might be a factor in it, but it's not. It starts at home.
At the crib.
It starts at home.
If these little dudes and young ladies are not so impressionable, this is not a problem.
Exactly.
But because there is a lack of responsibility on parents a lot of times, it's like But no, what they're listening to should be different.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, you should be controlling what they listen to.
Like my baby, he love them football videos, but it be all cussing and I'm gonna shoot this and this, and I'm like, no,
no,
give me that.
no,
sorry.
I couldn't figure out for the life of me why they put explicit songs on kid highlights.
Yeah, I
couldn't figure it out. That's why I said, "Yo, come here. What are you watching?"
And he walk around here, he talking about who wants to smoke with me, who wants. I'm like, what? Turn that off. Turn it off, son.
But we are here. There are other kids who aren't as fortunate to have parents that say, "What the fuck is that in your ear?" Because I can think of a few kids that never got busted in their room. Hey, you used to get busted in your room before? Any parent ever busted in your room?
No. My daddy always knocked on my door.
I'm gonna be great at kick doors when he gets older. Just random. Not even. I'm not gonna do it a lot. It's just gonna. What you doing? That type of shit. Just to keep you. My dad used to do it. My mama used to wake up so late, 2 a.m. every morning. Niggas ask me if I've ever snuck out of my house. No, because I knew my mother woke up at the same time to use the bathroom and come in my room and check on me. Every night. And that's porn watching hours. Right? But I understood that I couldn't get away with certain shit when I was at home at my mom's house because I knew she was present. Mm-hmm. You never got your, like, not kicked in, but like nobody ever peeked in on you, nothing.
You know what I think my mom and dad did?
What
And I feel like they thought I didn't notice, but like as I got older and I got friends and I was in high school, them niggas will sleep downstairs, right by the door.
That's smart. Great tactic.
They always slept. Jordan.
Great tactic.
But the thing is, I know it was a tactic because they complained about their back every single night and had a whole bed upstairs. I'm like, y'all think I'm about to leave or something?
But no, you have to parent these kids, man. Mm-hmm. Stop leaving it up to everybody else. I know we just started back to school. I know there's some parents that couldn't wait for their fucking kids to go back to school because it's like, no, now I have y'all. Y'all are in my face. Mm-hmm. I don't know what even to do with y'all for these 8 hours that y'all usually gone.
And they ain't got the nerve to get mad at the teachers.
Right.
Like, no, you know your kid.
But I will say, I know parents have a greater respect for teachers after dealing with them in the pandemic. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, y'all niggas do this every day. Shout out to y'all. Like, yeah. I do sense that. But I have this conversation sometimes. And no, it's not their duty to, raise the children. But I feel like you do still have to be mindful of what you're putting into the atmosphere. Mm-hmm. Because you can't look up and say you didn't expect it or you didn't see certain things coming and you're kind of speaking it.
And it starts young. My son is a sponge. He does everything that we do. He'll say this boy was cussing, and I know he only got it from us. But it was like, I can't be mad at you because you only doing what you see, Right. It's crazy out here, man.
You have to. Great conversation, my girl. So
I'm fed, feeling X-rated.
Oh my God,
it's Mr. Nasty
it's
time.
Mr. Nasty
Mr. Nasty time. Mr. Nasty time.
So
I'm gonna stick beside him.
You surely should. I'm gonna stick something. No, I'll just play. But
Alexander,
I'm joking, kind of a little bit.
You're not.
I want to talk about sex in a different kind of way today. We don't have to be nasty about it.
Okay.
But did you realize you like being healthy, right?
Being healthy?
Yeah.
In what way?
Do you like being healthy? Just period.
I guess. I don't really think I'm that healthy, but...
You don't think you're that healthy?
No.
Okay, so here's some benefits of sex that I looked up, right? Mm-hmm. One, it lowers blood pressure. You know hypertension is rapid in the black community.
He's sending shots right now.
No, I'm not. I'm everything's not about you.
It is.
This is something I didn't know. I knew about the lower blood pressure. It helps your immune system, strengthens your immune system. Better heart health, possibly including lower risk for heart disease. It improves self-esteem, but it is important for the mental health. You get a good one out, you feel like something. It decreases depression and anxiety, increases libido, immediate natural pain relief. Better sleep, out of there. Overall stress reduction, both physiologically and emotional.
I feel like those are myths.
Those are myths.
Some people have died of heart attacks during sex.
Source? What's my source? This is EDU. What is this? It's a school. I don't know what school. Oregon Health and Science University. EDU. This is real deal Holyfield. Stop
Okay, so what you getting at?
I'm discussing the health benefits of sex. That's all I said.
Okay.
You disagree with it?
Some of it, yeah.
What's something that surprised you?
Nothing. Because
So
I done read them
you knew
before.
about all that shit.
Yes.
Stop lying.
Because you always used to tell me, babe, you need to have more sex because
I said the
your
headache
headaches
thing.
will go away.
I did say the headache thing. That is not an excuse, ladies. Do not give the excuse of a headache because you just heard that
That's a
immediate
lie.
pain relief
That's a
comes
lie.
from sex.
That's a lie.
Stop playing.
That's a lie.
have
I had a throbbing migraine before we had sex and it was still there.
No.
Alexander, how you gonna tell me?
No.
How you gonna tell
You'd
me?
be like, oh, it was gonna went away.
Oh my god.
It did kind of go away a little bit.
Yeah, but it's supposed to take it away. It didn't go away.
Is that it? Have you felt healthier from intercourse?
It's a workout.
How does it affect your mood?
I'm calm after.
You calm after? I'm calm. It depends. Because sometimes I'm hype after. Because I'm like, yeah. I got to go get, yeah. If I close the door and do my thing, I'm in there.
I'm coming in there next time.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Because I got to.
Do you really? Show me what you be doing. Do you really?
Oh, God. After a good one? After them bad rounds, you kind of like, all right, get it together. Dude.
Are you for real? You
Step
be
it up,
in there
baby.
hyping yourself up?
Hey, look. Realistically, I'll tell you what I really, 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 really do. Like, I be butt ball ass nigga walking past a mirror. Like that. That nigga got it, boy.
Are you serious?
It boosts my self-esteem. Yeah.
Oh my
Sex is
God.
healthy. Sex is healthy as
Oh
hell.
my
I'm telling you,
goodness.
in more ways than one.
I cannot.
You don't hype yourself up after you feel like you put it on me?
Husband, I ain't never just thought about it like
You've never
that.
hyped. I feel like post game, you know how they towel over their head at a basketball game and they talking to the reporter. I feel like that. Don't let me come out and you sleep. What? And you
just
sleep?
boosting your little ego.
I'm him.
But most of the time, I am knocked out before you get out the bathroom.
You hear me though. You hear me. Yeah.
You are too much. I can't believe that.
Don't
Now
tell
I'm gonna be picking
don't tell
through
nobody I told you this.
and I'm about to say, okay.
That's enough for today.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
This has
I'm
been,
gonna be sneaking through.
You're not gonna see it.
A little crack.
I'm gonna be mindful now. And
I'm gonna record you and I'm gonna
you
put
walk
it out
kinda
there.
heavy.
I do not walk heavy.
You walk kind of
You complain about how light I walk because I scare you all the time.
Okay, so in the carpet rooms, I can hear you. But when you walk across these wood floors, that shit scare me because I don't hear nothing.
Bro, I wish I could have recorded that.
That
one
shit
night.
was
I
not
scared
funny,
you.
bruh. It was like 4 a.m. wasn't
Oh
it?
my God, y'all.
Half sleep, dookie and she just walked silently into the bathroom. I'm on my phone. I think I was
You had
listening
your
to
AirPods
beats. I had
in.
my headphones in, so I didn't wake nobody up. And I see the door. So when you open one door, the other door kind of creaks open a little bit. Like, I guess the wind from it. I don't know. I just see this door move and nobody's right there. And I'm staring at that door. And I'm like, I'm tripping. That door didn't move. I need to go to sleep. And I turn around and just feel eyes like just staring at me. I'm on the shit. I'm like, I'm dead. I'm about to die. I'm gonna die shitting, and I just see my wife.
You screamed
so loud.
I know
bro.
our neighbors just woke up after that.
I thought I was about to have to fight for my life with shit in my ass. That's what I thought was about to happen.
And your son, he woke up. He was like, "Can y'all just be quiet? Y'all laughing too loud."
Yeah. Anyways, this has been another episode of Can I Tell the Truth? I'm Jimmy Truth. This is
Bree Nicole.
and we'll see y'all next time.